I'm Anne-Marie, so I'm the chair of this session. So really looking forward to these presentations. I love looking at midstream and upstream and all of those. So we have our first presentation today, and I want to say that you're in your bachelor's still, so we have to be very kind and supportive to these wonderful presenters today, talking about understanding in-kind donation behaviours. So please, feel free to start.
All right, thank you everyone for being here. My name is Hakran Singh and I'm a research assistant at Swinburne University of Technology. As Anne-Marie already mentioned, I'm still in my bachelor's degree. I have high hopes that I want to fast track my way to PhD. So it's literally my first research and I'll present it.
Hello everyone, I'm Bowen Shao and I'm a PhD student. I just started my PhD in like 2 months, so it's my first time to present in a conference, so really nervous.
Okay, so shredding all the nervousness behind. So our topic is what drives giving. So it's all about understanding charitable donations through the theory of planned behavior. Next week. Can I have that? Sure. So why does this study even matter? Because we usually celebrate generosity of givers. However, not all donations are always helpful. They can sometimes be detrimental. How? Because charities rely on diverse revenue streams. Could be funding from government or grants, or could be direct monetary donations. However, in-kind donations also contribute significantly but are often overlooked in the literature. So many studies just focus on monetary, time, or organ donations. And few researchers have also quoted that there is a need for specific researches on in-kind donations, which currently remains underexplored. So what's the actual problem here? Why do we need to study in-kind donations? Because according to Uniting Care, there is illegal dumping of roughly around 8,000 tons every year just in Queensland. That's a fair bit. A recent number would be even more. And then roughly $2 million are spent on waste disposal by just Salvation Army each year. So that's $2 million lost that could be used to elevate poverty, housing crisis, or whatever else we can think of. Um, but another problem is that supply is very volatile. Unlike retail stores, the regular retail supply is less volatile, and also as compared to other monetary or organ donations, it is more volatile compared to them. And currently, the gap lies in improving the quality of in-kind donations. So there could be a number of clothes or number of furniture that you could be getting, but the quality may not be as good as you would expect. So that is the gap. So currently, there are very few researchers that are working on improving the quality of the donations. So how do we want to tackle this? So we just started with a simple question: how may we improve the behavior or attitude of people, that that they could donate more thoughtfully? So we started off with exploring the cognitive, social, and situational drivers of in-kind donation. And the framework that we're using is theory of planned behavior. We'll compare them with other theories in the following slides, why we went on to choose this instead of other theories. And there's a bit of an implication teaser. We'll be providing implications both for theoretical framework as well as the practical for all the practitioners who are present here today. And Bowen will start giving with the overview of the donation context.
So hello everyone. Based on our previous literature review, we have separated into 4 different kinds of donation behaviors. The first one is monetary donations, which are mostly all the research are made under this context. And also there are time donation, which refers to the volunteering. And also a previous study has made to comparing the time donation with the monetary donations. In that study, they have compared, like people are more willing to donate their time instead of money. Also, they have blood and organ donations. They are considered as a special donation kind because people have different perceived control. Also, this is what our topic is, in-kind donation. There are insufficient study in this context, so we need to study based on other contexts like monetary donation studies. Also, these are the widely used series based on this context. First is the reciprocity theory. This refers to the people donating based on a sense of obligation or a motivation by receiving something in return. And also the expectancy value theory refers to the people are donating based on the outcome and the value they have created through the donation behavior. Also, the altruism theory, it refers to the people who donating without respecting anything in return. Also, this is the theory of blended behavior, which we use in our context. This is study. They have a framework to study both internal and external factors under the donation behaviors. We have, based on our literature review, there are no TBB model has been used under the in-kind donation. Also, compared with the TBB models, there are limitations for all the other series. First, the reciprocity theory relies heavily on the mutual benefit and expectancy value. They have lack of interpretation of what factors could drive the intention and behavior. And also the altruism theory has lack of a well-established framework to emphasize, which TPB has covered all their limitations. So this is the original TPB model. It's like attitude, subjective norms, and perceived behavior control to the intention and to the final behavior. According to our study, based on the research, like we have divided the subjective norms to injunctive norms and descriptive norms. Yeah, so we have made up our hypotheses, which are attitude, injunctive norms, descriptive norms, and the PBC are all positively related to the donation intentions. And at the same time, the PBC and donation intentions are positively related to the donation behaviors. Also, we have more, like based on the studies. One of the study emphasized that knowledge can enhance the overall quality, not in donation, but in recycling. So we think knowledge would help us to enhance the overall quality of donation, in-kind donation behavior. Also, I've talked about the cost and time. I think that is one of very famous factor could driven the people's behavior. Also, we have put up the safety barrier as well to people who are unsafe, they will not donate. We propose that.
Okay, so the method for this study is pretty simple but obvious. So we chose Australia-wide participants to ensure that we cover the whole of Australian population. And we used convenient sampling through online survey. And we have a pretty good turnout of participants. We have 1,014 participants. And then based on the data collected, we perform CFA, SCM, and multi-group analysis in SPS AMOS. And then all the measurements achieve excellent factor loadings and composite reliability. We'll dig a bit deeper into that in the data analysis part.
Yeah. So this is our final model. As you can see on top that we have a good model fit for this model. And as you can see the correlations, for example, the attitude has 0.089 positively correlation with the intention, which means like 1 point raised in the attitude will lead to 0.089 point raised in the intentions, same as all the other factors and correlations. As you can see from here, it's clear. It's clear, right? As you can see, the PBC is the strongest factor to predicting the intentions and behaviors. And based on previous studies, this that subjective norms is the weakest factor. But according to us, when we separate into injunctive norms and descriptive norms, it becomes the second strongest and the third strongest. Well, attitude remain the least, the weakest factor. After that, according to the correlation that all our hypothesis has been supported by the data, the first 6 hypotheses are supported. And also, after that, we have made up all our multi-group analysis. As you can see from the p-values, the significance here, only safety barrier are supported, which means like knowledge, time, cost will not significantly impact the whole TPB models, which the p-value is less than 0.05. And also, as you can see from here, the intention when people receive a safety barrier, their intention to behavior will be only 0.039, but when they have no safety barrier, there will be 0.398, which are like 1/10 of the intentions. And also, as you can see, I think it's very interesting from here, the R square. When people receive the safety barrier with yes, I think their R square, like which means how many % of the data can be explained by our model. It's very high with intentions, but not the behaviors. I think there are some other factors can better explain, but we didn't explore. And also, when no safety barrier, the intention to behavior becomes better, which is 29% to 22%. I think with the R square, explain what intention to donation gap, intention to behavior gap, excuse me.
Okay, so based on that thorough data analysis, we have come up with 3 theoretical implications for all the researchers here. So firstly, we confirmed that there is intention behavior gap, which is widely acknowledged in the whole of literature. So this sort of builds up on that. And also we propose that we should be using TPBS framework and further confirm its reliability in most researchers in donation behavior or other pro-social behaviors. So safety is, the S in this stands as a safety moderator, because TPB alone did not give us as good results as when we had the safety barrier as a moderator. So that's why we propose TPB as plus S for the future researchers. Also, we challenge knowledge focus. While I was doing my literature review, I found so many journal articles were focusing on knowledge as a key predictor. However, in this research, we found contrasting results. Even if people knew that what to donate and what not to donate, they would still donate it, probably just to get rid of their stuff. So that is another implication, that we need to move away from knowledge as one of the predictors. So now translating all of that theoretical implications into practical ones. So we would start with short term. What you can readily do as an NGO is train staff and volunteers to model norms of what to donate and the quality, like to donate thoughtfully rather than just dumping illegally. And next is behavioral nudges at the on sites. So just saying thank you for donating thoughtfully. So I think that would work. And then practical implications. So the long-term or medium-term ones. You could also start with safe donation site certificates. So that will build on the implication that we have, safety barrier as a moderator. If givers know that they're donating at a safe site, they might be more like prone to donate thoughtfully. And then also we can complement that with using public campaigns as safety and hygiene standards. So we don't need to promote what to donate, but rather promote that this is a safe place, safe and secure donation site. And also user-friendly digital platforms can also improve user experience, and that's another side, another practical implications. Just like any other research, our research has some limitations. So we had firstly sample skew. We had a lot more under 50s than over 50s, and past research shows that there is higher pro-sociality among people above the age of 50. So maybe including them and more diverse group would be better in the future. And then additional constructs could be studied in future, which we could not study in this one, is habit strength, trust, and emotional attachment. And longitudinal follow-ups would also improve the quality, because we just had one-off survey to just check if intentions actually converted into behavior. We just need to conduct a longitudinal follow-up. And this was just a survey. We didn't do experiments. So to just confirm if TPB plus S is better, we need to conduct more experimental researches. So this pretty much sums up, and these are the selected references that we based on. And thank you for your time. We're happy to receive any question or feedback on our research.
Congratulations on your first research and presentation.
Thank
Well
you.
done. And I don't want to understate the complexity of getting on top of those stats. That's a fabulous skill, so well done.
Thank you.
I would say if I was a reviewer, and you know reviewers are tough, I would be saying, so what? One of the problems with the theory of planned behaviour is it's usually obvious. And it seems to me you're mixing up what the problem is and what you're trying to predict. And I don't know if you've done poll research, but I've done some research, and I know a lot of people give to charity because it's an environmentally pleasing way of getting the stuff I don't want out of my house. But it seems to me the major problem that you presented at the beginning were they're getting too much rubbish. Now for me and all the other donors, I don't know what too much rubbish is because some charities have very high standards and convey that very clearly. Some charities like thrift shops will take almost anything. And frankly for me as a user, it's easier just to dump the stuff. Now again, I don't want to understate safety, but again, isn't safety a bit obvious? I won't donate if I think it's unsafe to rock up to the store. But given your problem is that people are donating too much rubbish, I think you actually want, you're interested in stopping them donating rubbish, not getting them to donate better stuff. Because frankly, I'm probably not going to donate more better stuff because the better stuff I want to get rid of the stuff in my house. So in developing this, maybe some poll research, which is actually targeted at donors, the people who turn up at the outlet saying, why are you donating this? What are you donating? Even if you continue to go with this quant analysis, I think that might really add depth and may also change your analysis because I suspect, again, giving money, time, organ donations, that's a real cost to me. Frankly, donating stuff out of my house, that's a benefit to me. So I think maybe you need to look at it differently.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we can go back and discuss it like senior researchers to just fine tune it in that way. Well, that was an excellent point. Thank you for that.
I was just wondering, I'm trying to like envisage what you asked them and kind of what all the different ways you represented those factors that you were talking about. Can you give me an example of like a question you asked about safety and also a question about behaviour?
The question we as a moderator, we just make one question to the people what barrier you received as safety or knowledge or cost or time.
And so then they just
Let's say
choose
yes
which
and
one.
no.
Yes or no. Okay.
Yeah, and
So there's no definition of safety.
yeah,
Okay. And then for behaviours, what was your? You don't have to give the exact question, but just
like
what,
the
yeah, what was
behavior
the
is based on past behaviors. Like, have you donated what kind of goods in the past 12 months? They are separate question, and we sum up with those.
Okay. So you were asking them about the quality of the donations, or just donating in general?
Just donating. Have you donate like the behavior?
We had both
In the,
questions. We
Yeah.
started off with have you donated, and then
Yeah.
to confirm the quality, we had a separate question,
Yeah.
like short term, long term, in the past, like 12
Yeah,
months.
because just thinking about that, because I was thinking I quite like
I've have this kind of concern with Dr. Bo as well. So I'm saying like we are basically want to enhance the in-kind donation quality, but why we are doing the behavior a lot. He said like the quality, the definition is that we have, not with the donors. Maybe like the high quality for different organizations are different. Maybe you donate this one, it's a low quality for this organization. Maybe that's a high quality for another organization. So in terms of enhancing the quality, we want to enhancing their behavior first, and then maybe let's see if knowledge can enhance. Like they know what for this organization, like knowledge, like they know the high quality goods for this one, and that one. It's a little bit hard for them to know like all the organizations, but the organization nearby would be important.
And was that your knowledge questions? You were asking them about specific organisations?
Yeah, we do a lot of like knowledge things, but turnout is not doing so well.
Okay.
As a lot of literature review has developed that knowledge is not it's a intermediate factor to the actual behavior. Like what I did for a COM-B model, it's a psychological capability, which is knowledge to psychological capability, and then to capability, and then to the final behavior. So that's why knowledge has a weaker link to the actual behavior, I think. Sorry.
In terms of resurrecting your safety finding, when you do your poll research, maybe you'll find safety could impact the way they dump it. Like if I think in terms of that picture there, like I might be less inclined to go up and put it in the bin if I don't feel safe, rather than maybe just like chuck it out my window if I don't feel safe about it. I mean, unless that's
So what
that's necessarily a so what, but I know it's awful when someone says you need to get rid of your moderator and go back to the drawing board, and sometimes you just got to try and find a way to explain to people.
Yeah, so how I looked at it, like if I were to donate, so I would think, will my like donation actually count? Like if I donate in this location particular, maybe there's more junk than the stuff that could
I'll
be
send that one over another one, perhaps.
In,
right. So that's more of that. So
I see. Yeah.
like theft is another part of like explanation with safety that we have on the paper. So yeah, this is what my